have just 7 seconds to consider the following chess position. Now, 7 seconds is not much time, but don't worry, this was a test of your chess instinct. So was your instinct in this position either of the pawn promotion or the knight fork? If it was, then well done, these attacking aggressive moves are jumping out at you. But did you not consider black's threats in the position? Rook takes h2 mate. After either of the pawn promotion or the knight fork, then white's position is lost. As you can see, after the knight fork, white can only delay the mate. What's the point in all of this? So 7 seconds is not a lot of time at all, but it's enough to capture your first initial instinct of the position. And if your first instinct in the position is to find, you know, these pawn promotions and the knight forks, the attacking tactical stuff, that's absolutely fantastic. It shows that the training that you might have done with tactics is working, that within that first initial blink of the position you can see these tactics, and that is fantastic. But the next level up is to spin that around on itself, I believe, and your first instinct should be, as well as seeing those aggressive attacking positions, it's also to consider the threats. It's only by really seeing your opponent's threats first in the position can you start to really ingrain that thought process when you're playing a chess game, and that will hopefully help you reduce blunders in your game. The only playable move in that position was knight g2, preventing the mate. Let's have a look at another position. So don't worry, this one is not timed. So what I want you to do in this position is, you are playing black and I am white. I am going to play the move knight to f5, and the point of knight f5 is it's threatening to play checkmate next move on h8. So you're black, and can you find the best moves in reply to this? To find the moves for black. So in this position, then I'm going to put the move on the board, knight f5, and after knight f5, trying to form a checkmating barrier on the back rank. Black obviously has to do something about that drastically. So the first things you might have considered was bishop a6. Maybe you looked at bishop a6 and the king can just move out of the way. So that's kind of not working, although it's not lost actually in the position at all. Or maybe you also considered the queen coming to a6, maybe hoping for some sort of perpetual on the back ranks, something like that. But then again, you could find the move, you know, the king to f3, and all is not lost in the position because black still has the correct move that it can still play, thankfully. The correct move actually in the original position after knight f5 was queen e6, and after queen e6 and rook coming to h8 check, where queen can just give herself up. And if white goes into that line, then obviously this setup for black is absolutely fine. Rook and bishop versus knight, and bishop wins for black in this position. As I said, it's not all lost in the original position. If black did try the queen a6 first, because after the king moves, then we can still get back to e6 and get back to the back rank. So this position is a different one from the first, but the objective in this position for me is really just to showing you the resources that black's got in the position and to be looking carefully at your opponent's resources. So this position is a very different position. So white playing knight f5 in this position would fail to that defense from black. Instead, the actual move here is a wonderful windmill attack for white, which just wins material in the following way, and the king can cover the pawn promotion. Excelling at chess is obviously having a master of both attack and defensive resources. For that, we need to consider both the attacking training and defensive training as well, by looking at threat awareness and checking that instinctively we're trying to look at both sides of the board whenever possible. Thanks for watching the video.